Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang. God Squad. It's what it is, man. Look, check this out. Peep game, check play. I was watching the interview of Anthony Joshua via Sky Sports. Shout out Sky Sports. And it was something that was very puzzling to me, listening to this man talk pertaining to his upcoming fight with Alexander Usyk. It's something that I'm noticing about Anthony Joshua that I'm really not too fond of, personally. And that's the people-pleasing aspect of him. And I'm here to tell you right now, Anthony, you in the wrong business if you in the people-pleasing. You in the wrong business. Combat sports is a very selfish sport. It is more geared to the individual that gets into the ring than everybody that's around him or her. So, there's nothing wrong with you being extremely selfish when it comes to your boxing career. To your credit, you are one of the very few fighters in this era that's actually not afraid to lose, because that's how you learn, that's how you get better, is by losing, making mistakes, underestimating people, overestimating people. You learn from those things. A lot of these fighters are not trying to learn from nothing. They just trying to get their little money where they could get it and politically move themselves around the best way they know how. That's why we got shit being said like calling Luis Ortiz the boogeyman, but then when he has the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua for $7 million, arguably his highest payday ever, he turns it down. Ain't no boogeyman turning down no fight for a world title, period, point blank. When he was offered just recently, when he was offered to fight in the final IBF title eliminator against Filip Hrgović, if he's supposed to be the boogeyman, he taking that smoke. He turned that shit down. So Luis Ortiz ain't no goddamn boogeyman. Deontay Wilder and his fucking fanboys. Nigga ain't never been no goddamn boogeyman. That's been a dub title that he got via Deontay Wilder. Shout out Jay Beasy for doing a video speaking up on that, by the way. But listening to Anthony Joshua speak up on his career, bro, you too nice. You too nice, and you too much of a people pleaser. You shouldn't give a fuck about people calling you a robot and saying that you can't box, and then you going out your way to prove to the public that you can box. You don't got to prove shit to nobody except yourself. Do you know you can box, AJ? I believe you do. So as long as you know what you can do, you ain't got to prove shit to nobody. At the end of the day, all you got to do is win. You let everybody else bitch and dictate and complain about how you won, but at the end of the day, all you got to do, AJ, is win. That's the moral of the story. If they say you can't box, oh well, so what? You're not here to please everybody, because you can't please everybody. You can't. It's impossible to please every human being on this. It's impossible. It's impossible to please every person in your immediate circle. It's impossible. What is possible is for you to please yourself. Do what make you happy. Do what make you feel comfortable. That's what matters. Stop trying to please everybody. The dumbest shit I heard you say was when you said that people saying that you can't box and you wanted to outbox Alexander Usyk, who is a known boxer. He's known as a boxer. Period. If McCracken was smart, he would have told you, you don't box a boxer. That's like somebody saying, real talk, AJ. That's like somebody saying, seeing Floyd Mayweather and saying, well, he could box good. I'm gonna try to outbox Floyd. That's impossible. You're not gonna outbox him. You're not gonna outbox him. You can outfight him, but you ain't gonna outbox him. That's what you ain't gonna do. You're not gonna outbox him. You can outfight him though. You could throw more than him. You could be more aggressive than him. You can do that shit all day long. But you're not finna outbox him. That right there is the wrong mindset. You should never went into an Alexander Usyk fight thinking I'm finna outbox Alexander Usyk, who is a known technical boxer. You go in there and you be Anthony Joshua. You be the bruiser. You be the bully. You don't go in there trying to... It's a fight. Y'all too busy getting caught up in the show. It's still a fight. You go in there and you beat his ass. You go in there and you show him who you are as a fighter. You don't go in there trying to outdo what he already do good. You don't do that. That's not even the type of fighter that you are. And as far as people calling you a robot, and you just let me know right now that your haters is up here living rent-free in that motherfucker. Because that's all your haters say that shit. All your Anthony Joshua robot, Anthony Joshua came box, all your haters. So that lets me know you letting your haters dictate what you gonna do. You looking at your haters more. You looking at the people telling you what you can and can't do. That's why your mental stability ain't too savvy. Now, listening to motivational speeches and all that, I'm not against that. There were some people that are against, you listening to motivation, blah, 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 to get you motivated. But if that's what you need to bring the dog out of you, I'm all for it. If it's within the rules of the sport and you ain't cheating, you ain't doing nothing dirty to give you an edge, a mental or physical edge, I'm all with it. So if you got to look at motivational speeches, your favorite pastor or your favorite speaker, whoever it is, to just get you in the mode, hey, do what you got to do to get yourself mentally in a good place to do what you need to do when you get in that ring. I'm not against that. It's when you doing that illegal cheating shit to try to give you an edge. That's what I ain't with. But what you showed me, AJ, is that you a people pleaser. You don't got to prove to nobody that you could box. What you need to prove is that you could fight and you could beat everybody. Because you basically just told me that you went into the Alexander Usyk fight the first time with the wrong mindset, which means Robert McCracken is not a good trainer. He's not a good trainer. I don't want to hear, he got amateur trainer. He's not a good trainer. He's not a good trainer. Because if he has an amateur fight with a guy like that, guess what he gonna do? He gonna give you the wrong game plan. Your issue is you don't. A lot of y'all fighters. Let me say this. A lot of y'all fighters don't want to. Y'all want a yes man trainer. Y'all don't want a trainer that's gonna tell you, "Hey, I need you at the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. See you at 5 a.m." Making you do something that you are uncomfortable with doing. That's why ain't nobody working with Teddy Atlas, because Teddy Atlas is a real trainer. He's not going to cater to your ego, your fan base. Nah, we in here working. He kicking the cameras out. But y'all new era fighters, y'all want to keep the cameras on you because that's what y'all care more about, is keeping the cameras on you, drawing attention. Y'all are attention whores. Y'all supposed to be fighters. But y'all care more about being attention whores than fighters. Y'all give AJ flack. The one thing I do shit on AJ in the sense of is for underestimating Andy Ruiz. That was your fault. You never underestimate nobody. Never. I've made that mistake before. Never again. Never again. If I ever get the chance to fight again, will not underestimate my opponent. I would never do that. Ever. So you should know better. That's boxing 101. You never underestimate your opponents. You learn that as an amateur. So for you to think, oh, this fabulous, blah, 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 nope, you shouldn't have had that mindset. You should have went in there, okay, this is another fighter who's coming in there. Mind you, this dude is hungry. He's just coming off of a fight about 6 weeks ago. So the dude is fresh. He active. He's not coming off of a 2 or 3 year layoff, his first fight back. No, he just fought. He fresh. He's still sharp. He ready. He didn't take little to no damage in his last fight. He ready to go. And he hungry. Y'all, you ain't knowing. You ain't even knowing about that. But that's my issue with AJ, is you are a people pleaser. You need to say, fuck everybody. It's about me. And then when you put out that tweet that my boy 3K the Boss Man, aka Mr. Two Hands Up, spoke on. Me and him had spoke on about that on the phone earlier, and he had spoke on about some shit with you on his live stream earlier. He got on your motherfucking neck. Go check out my boy Reaper Gang Radio. Go check out his live stream. He did a live stream this morning on AJ and how he's basically being too friendly. You too nice. You too nice. I need you to bring out your inner Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was a thug. Like, Jack Johnson, man, look. Jack Johnson was boxing when we was still getting lynched. He was fighting motherfuckers during at the beginning, the peak of the Jim Crow era. And them white folks told that man Jack Johnson, they said, look, Jack, got the great white hype right here, buddy. And we finna push him. So, let me tell you right here, buddy. You're to lose this fight. You stop him, you knock him out, boy. We gonna lynch you, boy. You understand me? Jack Johnson looked at them white motherfuckers and told him straight the fuck up. He's like, hey, look, check this out. If you worried about me knocking out this white boy, you better lynch me now. I got the noose right here. Lynch me now. Because I'm finna knock this white boy the fuck out. In front of God and everybody. And after the fight, I'm finna go home with your white women. Y'all finna see these white hoes all in my car. Jack Johnson was a savage. He was beating up white boys and fucking white women. In a time where, nigga, we was getting killed for looking at a white woman, and he was fucking them. Tell me that man ain't no gangster. You can't tell me Jack Johnson wasn't no goddamn gangster, and it takes a certain level of not giving a fuck. I dare you I double dog dare you. AJ, you too nice. You too nice. You too nice. You need to bring out that dog. I thought you was training with Ronnie Shields, but you training with this other dude, so I hope he do something for you. I don't think he gonna do much, but I could be wrong. It's yet to be proven, it's yet to be seen. But what is seen and what is proven is that you too goddamn nice. Excuse me. You too nice. You too nice in the interview. You too nice about Deontay. You was too nice about Deontay Wilder. You was too nice about Tyson Fury. Nigga, grab your nuts. Because the one thing Deontay Wilder did do to, in a sense, keep his name somewhat, in a sense, legitimate when it came to y'all two, when he did have the belt, he was talking to smaller YouTube channels. He was. All the YouTube channels that was pro-Wilder, oh, please believe, he would had no problem. You ain't doing that, AJ. If you really wanted to solidify yourself in America, you would be all on YouTube. Because that's where the boxing news come from. Not Twitter, not Facebook. All that shit come from YouTube. You should be all on YouTube. You should be looking at every YouTube channel that supports you and be trying to, every American YouTube channel that supports you, you should be fucking with them. You should be fucking with them. Straight up. I'm critical of everybody, so that's another problem that people got with me, is I'm critical with everybody. And I'm gonna say that in this video, real rap. Y'all got an issue with the truth. Y'all got this big issue when somebody say something about a fighter y'all like. And it's weird to me. And I say shit on purpose. On purpose. Because I know it's gonna ruffle your feathers. And to say this, I don't think AJ suck. I don't think AJ is a bad fighter. I think AJ, the way that he's going about his career, being willing to fight any and everybody, whenever, however, whoever, it don't matter, as long as he's willing to really fight the best out there. I believe AJ is gonna go down in the Hall of Fame for being willing to fight everybody. The same thing I believe with Sean Porter. The fact that he was willing to fight everybody. You can't say that about a lot of fighters of today. You can't. It's literally, you could probably count on one hand how many fighters really want to fight everybody. And really will fight everybody. You got Ryan Garcia calling Isaac Cruz a C-class fighter. Well, if he's a C-class fighter, Ryan, why the fuck your bitch ass talking about him then if he's such a weak-ass fighter? If he a weak fighter, you ain't got no minute talking about. Straight up. Because I promise you, Isaac gonna give you some problems too. Because he ain't no punk. But anyway, AJ, we need the dog. We need you to bring that dog out. Because for real, if you don't get Alexander Usyk out within 6, maybe 8 rounds, bro, he gonna stop you. He's going to stop you because you don't have the gas. You don't have the gas. The longer this fight go on, the worse it's gonna be for you. Real talk. Walk him down, bully him, beat his ass. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Because anytime, after Alexander Usyk beat you the first time, and he even said that wasn't the best Alexander Usyk, and I hate to see what the best Alexander Usyk look like. I hate to see that shit. But real talk, AJ, you too damn nice. You need to bring out that dog. Right now, for real, when I look at you in these interviews, I don't see a fighter, bro. I see a fucking businessman. That's what I see. And I want to see a fighter when I look at you talk. Hell, at least when I seen Wilder talk, I saw a fighter. Arrogant, obnoxious, irritating, egotistical, self-centered fighter. But a fighter nonetheless. For that, I give Wilder his respect. But his Wilder fans don't recognize when I give Wilder respect. They just recognize when I shit on the nigga. But as far as that is concerned, Wilder got you beat. Because Wilder got a bigger mean streak in him than you. Tyson Fury too. You got to get that mean streak back, cuz. Because if you don't, you might as well get out the business. Get out the game. Because it ain't for you. The fight game is for hungry, angry, mean, mangy men. That's what it's for. It's not for you bougie motherfuckers. It's not. It's not for you bougie, shitty, dainty men. It's not for you. It's for you hardcore, gangster, thugged out, hungry, mean, angry men. That's what combat sports is for. Because if you look at it, the best fighters, if you look at the history of all combat sports, the best fighters, or when certain fighters was at their best, was when they was hungry, they was angry, they was mangy, they was mean, they didn't care. That's those dudes, when they was like that, that's when you saw fighters at their best. And it was when fighters got comfortable, when fighters wasn't hungry no more because they sleeping in silk sheets like Mikey Garcia. That's when fighters started getting their ass whooped. Conor McGregor, when niggas ain't hungry no more, they start to slack off. When they got other avenues to make lucrative income, they start to slack off. When the fight game was the sole purpose of how they made money, they was hungry. But once they got other avenues to make thousands, if not millions of dollars, they become complacent. And they not hungry no more. They not trying to beat these dudes out here. Because they're not worrying about being the man no more. Because they've already either beaten somebody to solidify them in the sport, or they fought somebody, or they got a check that was big enough, or they fought a fight on a network that was big enough to get somebody to see them to where they can get some type of financial lucrative income coming in to where they don't need to fight no more. Long story short, a lot of fighters are not going to be, they're only as good as they hunger. I repeat, fighters are only as good as they hunger. If they not hungry, forget about it. The one thing I give Floyd Money Mayweather is that nigga was rich and he was still fighting. He still trained, like he still wanted it. He didn't have to fight. I know that he cherry picked, he did this, but Floyd didn't even have to fight no more. Floyd did not have to box. He didn't have to fight Manny Pacquiao. He didn't have to fight Shane Mosley. He didn't have to fight Zab Judah. He did not have to fight nobody. He didn't. Once he came out with the filthy rich records, and I'm talking about when he fought Oscar. When you look at the 24/7 of him fighting Oscar, the man was already rich. Right there. We talking about when he fought Oscar. When he chose to be the B-side. He did not have to take that fight. He was already financially stable. The man was getting at least $1 million a month. I give him credit for still competing on a high level, and he didn't have to. That I give him credit for. All the other bullshit, y'all already know what's up, how I feel about that. But like I said, a fighter is only as good as his hunger. That's it. Once his hunger leaves, I promise you, he's not going to want to fight the top dudes. Look at Teofimo. He beat Vasily Lomachenko, and that was it for him. That's it. That was it. That's all he needed. He beat Vasily Lomachenko. That was his big payday, his big fight. He didn't need to fight nobody else. He don't need to clear the division. None of that shit. Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell. Think the second coming to motherfucking G. Ain't that a bitch? Out of everybody that fought Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia that's the biggest win for Ryan Garcia. And Jorge Linares beat the shit out of Luke Campbell. Whooped his ass. But you don't hear Jorge talking about how he beat Luke Campbell. You don't hear that shit. You don't hear that. But Ryan, I beat Luke Campbell. If all you needed to do was beat Luke Campbell to be something, boy, motherfuckers would be in line for Luke Campbell, boy, I'm trying to tell you. But real talk, AJ, you too nice. And a lot of y'all got to get over this. Can't say shit about AJ, can't say shit about a fighter or whatever because that's your favorite fighter type shit. Y'all got to get over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all talk shit about me all the time. One motherfucker said, yep, you ain't above reproach either. It's like, I never said I was. It's okay for you not to agree with me. I don't have a problem with you disagreeing with me. That's okay. But the weak shit that I don't like is when you motherfuckers unsubscribe to me and yet y'all still watch a motherfucker. Why unsubscribe to still watch me? I'm going to say something about your favorite fighter that you're not going to like. It's going to happen. But at the same time, I'm going to give the fighter praise when he or she deserves it. No matter who the fighter is, no matter what promotional banner they under, don't matter. If they deserve credit, I'm going to give it to them. But if they deserve some smoke, you already know what it is over here. They going to get it. But right now, AJ, you getting this smoke. Because you got it from the Reaper, and you getting it from me, DT3. Straight the fuck up. AJ, cut this sweet shit out. Cut it out. It's not fitting for you. Okay? You need to cut this sweet shit, nice shit the fuck out. It's not for you. You need to bring out the dog in you. That's the only way you gonna maintain something. Because at least Alexander Usyk, he still got that dog. And I firmly believe he is financially stable in his life. And yet and still, he still got that dog in him. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have that dog in you. But right now, it don't look like it. Get it together, bro. Get it together. Because we finna be on your motherfucking neck. 100.